as Channing and I get noticed, these men coming up and talking to us are like lawyers and bankers and accountants. Some of them like even kind of nerdy.
What do you do when you have a tough time finding your way into a character?
I always go to the page first. Before we go into imagination of who this character is, let's really know the text, know the character, know the story. Well, who is the character? What do they need? What are the obstacles they got to overcome? What to this character is black and white? That they stand for this and they won't stand for that. I got to try to determine those things that there's didactic conviction in a character for. Tendency is to want to go into the imagination sometimes too early and go, no, I'm always like, no, stay in this opining mode where you're really studying what the text has to give. And then I jot down notes as the imagination comes up. But once I know who the character is, then I go to, okay, let's open this up to the imagination. By the time it's time to say action on set, we're now playing. We're making the movie. Now I'm acting. By that time, I want to have complete ownership of my man, my character, and feel like, no, I am. He's me. I'm not him, he's me. That's the place. That's when I'm really hitting it from the inside out, so to speak, where I'm seeing the world through that character's eyes, where I'm done the work, prepared so much that I can show up and, like I said, to use a sports term, call an audible live. That's when it's fun.
Is there a point mentally where you realize you've got into that place?
There are many light bulb moments in finding a character for me. And I hope to have found those light bulb truths into that character before it's time to start actually shooting. But sometimes I'll find more in the shooting. If I have an understanding of a character in an original way. Once I've got it, I'm very good at keeping it. I'm not going to lose it. It's like I don't forget it. I never quit trying to go deeper in trying to find a character. I never go, oh, I've got it. That to speak of that light bulb moment. I have many moments where I go, oh, that's great insight. Yes. But I don't have any moment where I ever go, oh, I completely have it.
When you were doing Magic Mike, you and Channing Tatum kind of sneak into a strip club. Like in a situation like that, actually as it pertains to your preparation for a role, what are you looking for?
One, I see how corny this world is for Magic Mike. I'm going, oh. Two, I noticed that as Channing and I get noticed, these men coming up and talking to us are like lawyers and bankers and accountants. And they're very formal. And you look at them going, some of them like even kind of nerdy. And 30 minutes later, they're on stage, they're the dancers. And you're like going, wait, the nerdy guy that wasn't even dressed cool or nothing is now that guy up there working on. So the sort of carny world that was, that there was so little precious about it. Then I noticed that night that in the role I was playing, Dallas, who is the owner of the club, I'm like going, you know what, if I ran this joint, I would have someone at the door marking what kind of car every woman pulled up in. I want to know if they're pulling up in a Mercedes or a Subaru. The reason Dallas wants to know where the lady that pulled up in the Mercedes is because I want my best man, my best dancer, who's the Channing character, to zero in on her. Zero in on her, because where we make the big bucks is the solo dances later, and you get her back there. That's when we're getting those Benji Franklins out. So I'm making marks as in that night when I'm thinking that's what I would do if I ran this. Oh, this could be organized to make more money. Find our marks. And that starts with what car they pulled up in on the street.